Do you guys want to do deals tonight or not? Should we do deals tonight, guys? Okay, I'm going to do a little teaching moment with you guys with my friend Stella. We're going to open it up there, and then we're going to bring Jamil up, and then Jamil's going to intro Jerry again, and we're going to pair up on teams and actually do some freaking deals. You guys cool with that? All right, can I step away from the stage and the audio will still work? Okay, cool. You guys think at some point you're going to have to raise some money for some deals?
Yep.
All right, so when I first started raising money for deals was about 12 years ago, before technology is what it is today. And back in the day, you would have to raise money and you would have to go through a securities attorney, and you could only go through accredited investors in order to raise money for the most part. Anybody in here not know what an accredited investor is? You don't know? Okay. You're too handsome to not know this, bro. Come on. Okay, so Christian.
Yes, sir.
An accredited investor is somebody who has a net worth of $1 million or more, not including their personal house, or they're making a couple $100,000 a year by themselves 2 years in a row, which is basically not 98% of the population. And so the government says those people that are not in that group of people are not allowed to invest in real estate deals. And that makes it really hard when you want to raise money, because if you look at this room, you have a lot of people that want to jump into deals, but because they're not accredited, 5 years ago, legally, they could not jump into somebody else's deal. My first deal I ever raised money for was a sub-2 deal in 2012, and I needed $30,000. So then I started going to masterminds. The first mastermind I went to was 20 grand to learn how to raise money. Like, where do you find these private money lenders? They're like unicorns. How do you find these people? How do you attract them? And then I went to another one. It was $60,000. And then something magical happened about 2 freaking years ago. And what happened was somebody came along and said, you know what, I'm going to make this basically, I'm going to eliminate all of that stuff. You don't have to go through securities attorneys anymore. You can get anybody and everybody into a real estate deal with you. And I'm going to come up with this concept of clubs, investment clubs. And this girl that came on the scene is Stella freaking Han. Who knows Stella Han?
Yeah.
All right, Stella Han. She comes and creates this platform called Fractional. And it allows you to take people on, what's my minimum on my side? Do you know? 5,000?
10,000.
Mine is now 10,000.
Yeah.
Do you guys allow people at 5,000 though? 10,000, okay. So she changed the game in the sense that I don't have to only find accredited investors. I can find anybody that wants to jump into a deal. They can jump into a deal and start getting monthly interest or ownership into a deal without having to be the one that finds it. And they don't have to have a minimum of $100,000 or more. When I was raising capital 5 years ago, 7 years ago, 10 years ago, you primarily could only raise money from people that had 100 grand, 200 grand, $300,000 minimum. And that knocks like 90% of the people out of the game. And so this girl brought Fractional to our community, and you have thousands of people in our community raising money, skipping securities attorneys, skipping raising through a fund or a syndication. Your platform has changed the game. You are such a freaking badass. So proud of you.
Yeah.
Okay. Tonight, Stella, you actually have some awards to give away tonight.
The next award is the Creative Closer Award, and this goes to a leader who...
Okay, everybody in here obviously knows my best friend, the godfather of my children, Jamil Damji. But let me tell you, this man, if he did not exist, nobody in this room would be here. You would not be here at all. At all. Jamil Damji, we love you. We appreciate you. You're getting married. You're riding an elephant in your freaking wedding, bro. Talk about manifesting.
Yeah. I'm Aladdin.
He's going to be Aladdin. Guys, Jamil Damji, thank you so much. Let's go.
Thank you, Pace. All right, so if you've been following along and watching what's been going on, it has been rough. Over the last 2 years, I went through a spinal injury. The day that I had my spinal surgery, my wife of 10 years left. 6 months later, my business was in complete turmoil, and everything was falling apart. Who in the room has ever had life kick them in the teeth? All right. Today, I sold my company for multiple millions of dollars. I'm engaged to the most beautiful woman in the entire world. And I get to tour the entire country with my best friends and get to hang out with the most incredible community ever. And I did it because of what was going on in my mind. Everything that I'm telling you right now, you can apply into your life when you are facing that wall. When you're facing that hard kick in the teeth, where you just don't know if you're doing the right thing anymore. If you're walking down the right path, if you're knocking on the right doors, if you're doing the right thing. If anybody in here has questioned themselves in the last year, show me your hand. Let me see you. Think of that. Look at that. That's almost the entire room. But you're all here right now. You did the thing. So what were the techniques? What were the tactics that I had to use, that I had to bring out of myself in order to make it through? Are you guys interested in hearing what those are? Yes. All right. I'm going to give you guys some tactical things that you can take with you tonight. The next time you find that obstacle, the next time you hit that wall, the first thing, and many of you guys already know that I'm a big practitioner of this, but the first thing that I can tell you is the only thing that you were born with, and it's the last thing that you will have until you leave this planet, and that is your breath. Your breath, just the way that you regulate your breath, will change everything. We are not breathing as human beings anymore. We're not doing it correctly. Who in here wants to learn a 30-second technique on how you can change exactly how you feel right now? Right now. Are you guys ready to do this with me right now? All right. I'm going to teach you guys the magic drug. No joke. In 30 seconds, I'm going to change exactly how you feel. Sit right now, sit up in your chair. Just sit up in your chair. I'm going to teach you a 30-second breath that will change the way you look at your body. Notice how you feel right now. Notice if you've got an elevated heart rate. Notice how you're feeling in the chair. Notice if any muscles are tense. Whatever it is, don't try to change it. Just notice it. I'm going to teach you guys what's called a parasympathetic breath. This is where we activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is our rest and digest part of our nervous system. And we down-regulate the fight or flight part. That's what most of us in the West here in America are traveling on 90% of our day. It's like we're being attacked all the time. And if you do this one technique, all of it changes. It's going to be a 4-count breath in. I'm going to count it with you. We're going to hold it for 7. And then we're going to let it out slowly to the count of 8. And we're going to do that 4 times. You guys ready? Yeah. All right. Okay. It's going to be in through your nose, all right? In, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, real slow on that exhale. We're going to do one more time. In, 2, 3, 4. And hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last one. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Who noticed that? Anyone feel different? The reason why that works is because when you're in that fight or flight state, when you're in that place where your brain is tricking you into thinking that you're under attack, everything that you do, all the decisions that you make, all the words that you say, everything that you actually do is marred with that energy. It's entangled with that fight or flight energy. Your decision-making processes are not the best. Who's ever been in a really, really hard situation and you look back at the way that you behaved in that situation and you thought, what the F did I do there? Right? And the reason for that is because your faculties, the part of your brain that actually should be lighting up when you should be bringing out the best of you, is offline when that part of your body, your sympathetic nervous system is attacked. All right? The second thing that I did when I was starting to feel like the life was just kicking me in the teeth was I just got present. I just paid attention to what was in my room. I paid attention to my body. I paid attention to what was on my desk. I listened to the sounds. I rubbed my fingers. I made sure that I could feel myself in my seat. I started to realize how much of my day I was on autopilot. Who's ever just gotten into their car, driven to work for 20 minutes and had no idea how the hell they got there? Can you imagine? And none of us have ever been to jail for vehicular manslaughter, right? Not a single one of us. Yet all of you who put your hands up have been driving completely blind. Off. Not even in the room. You're spending about 90% of your day in that mode. Imagine that. Imagine the fact that you're awake, you're like literally here for 10% of the time. When you can get yourself in your body and you can actually feel yourself in the moment, the person that happens, the person that comes online there is not the autopilot version of you anymore. The autopilot version of you is the one who gets tripped up in the old pattern. The autopilot version of you is the one who grabs the drink when you should not grab the drink. The autopilot version of you is the one who says, you know what? I'm not going to make this last call. I'm just going to go and do something else right now. The autopilot version of you is the one who says, I'm going to do this tomorrow. I'm going to do this tomorrow. So just get in your body. The third thing that I do when I started feeling like I was going to get kicked in the teeth is I went and I helped somebody. I gave the gift. I went and I actively tried to do something good for somebody. Serving people is number one, the most important thing that you could possibly do to make yourself feel alive, to make yourself feel like you're actually giving something to somebody else. This room, this community, Pace Morby, Jerry Norton, and the rest of them, we have watched hundreds of you. There's almost 1,000 people in this room. And I've personally seen at least 100 of you giving to other people. We see what Stella created tonight and the people that they've been able to help do deals, get their first deal done. Who got helped by somebody in this room? Who has been helped by somebody in this room? Don't be shy. Imagine that. The next time that you feel like life is kicking you in the teeth, pick up the phone and help somebody. All right? The last thing that I want to share with you guys is when I was really feeling like things were going downhill for me, I took action. I got up and I did it. The thing that I was putting off, the thing that I said to myself that I wasn't ready to do right now, the thing that I said to myself was my dream, my tomorrow, my next year, my next following year. I took my first step. I took my first step to whatever that was. And for me, it was getting out of my wholesale business. I learned after doing 7,000 wholesale deals. 7,000 wholesale deals. Imagine that. Anybody in the room done 7,000 wholesale deals? Can I tell you what I learned after 7,000 wholesale deals? You have to do 7,001 and 7,002 and 3. I was over it. I was over the race. So for me, I had to take action and to figure out how I had to unentangle myself from that business. I finally became the owner of my life. When I took that first step to figuring out how I was going to take an exit in that company, everything aligned. Everything aligned. It was like I had magical elves that were helping me bring all the parties to the table. All the money, all the things that were necessary in order for that deal to happen just magically appeared. It's uncanny how life will give that to you. But you have to take the first step. You've got to take that first step. You'll never know what step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5 is, but I promise you, as soon as you take this first one, step number 2 lights up. It's just the way the universe works. All right? So, again, I'm only sharing this with you guys because I know when I saw how many hands in here have felt that adversity, have felt like they've been kicked in the teeth in by life, the one thing that's you're gonna regret more than anything else is if you stop, is if you let yourself get kicked in the teeth and you just don't get up. I got up 2 years ago, and today I'm living the life of my dreams. I am doing everything I could possibly want to do, and I get to do it with the most incredible people. Thank you guys so much for your attention. I want to bring up not only a mentor of mine, but somebody that I watched on YouTube who was really, really, really helpful to me in learning how to, A, have better conversations with real estate agents, how to talk to sellers better, and how to grow one of the most luscious heads of hair that I have ever seen on a man. Can we give it up for the flipping genius himself, Mr. Jerry Norton?
I love you, brother.
Guys, can we give it up for Jamil one more time? Come here.
Oh, thank you. I happened to be friends with Jamil and got to see a little bit of this journey. And I told Jamil on his birthday at dinner, I said, Jamil, I am so impressed with your life and what you've done, because when hard things happen, we have a choice, right? We can lean in or lean out. And Jamil leaned in, didn't he? He leaned in, and he is an incredible example to me. Thank you, Jamil. Okay, guys, who wants to do some calls tonight? Who wants to do some deals tonight? All right, let's go. I got to tell you guys, some of you know this, but Pace had this vision of touring 100 cities in 100 days to do 100 deals. Okay, that was the vision. And I don't know if you guys know this, but I think it's like 400 deals. Is that right, Jamil? 400 deals attributed to the tour, and it's only halfway over. It's absolutely incredible. So we are so excited. And what we're gonna be doing here in a minute is we're gonna break up into groups, and we're gonna be calling sellers. And here's what I wanna tell everybody. You might be thinking right now, you know what, I'm gonna hang out in the back. There's some people I haven't seen in a while. I'm gonna do some networking. All that's great, all that's amazing. But there's something that I've learned in 21 years in real estate, and that is this. Getting good deals comes down to 2 fundamentals: being in the right place at the right time and consistency. And what I mean by that is, you may be sitting here right now and you may be somebody who's never called a seller. Raise your hand if you've never called a seller. Okay, so look around. There's a handful of people that have never called a seller. You may be thinking, I'm not very good at it. You may be thinking it's noisy in here. You may be thinking I'll do it tomorrow, or there's something else I could be doing. But guys, we have seen some phenomenal things happen at these meetups by being in the right place at the right time. You don't know if the lead you call tonight is the deal of a lifetime. You don't know that. It might be. And the way you get those deals of a lifetime, I think they come around once a week if you're in the game. If you're in the real estate game, I think the deal of a lifetime comes around once a week. Okay, but you got to be in the game. You can't be on the sidelines. So that might be the one you call tonight. When you get this list right now, you're going to get 3 things: a name, a phone number, and an address. That's it. That's all that you're getting on this list. Now, are these motivated sellers? We have no idea. That's your job, okay? What these leads are is our call centers overseas have called lists and they said, are you interested in selling? Would you entertain a cash offer? Great. Someone from my team will be calling you in the next 24 to 48 hours. That's it. Okay, so when you call these leads, the context of this is You recently spoke to my team. I'm calling to see if you're still interested in selling your house on 123 Main Street. Great. And then you're going to go through discovery. Okay, what is discovery? What is that process? Qualifying, and what are we looking for? We're looking for motivation. Are they motivated? We're looking for that motivation. We're going to try to uncover that. We're going to find out, is there some kind of distress going on? Is there urgency? Is the property in poor condition? And are they open to a discounted price? So you need to ask questions that are going to get that uncovered. That's the objective of these calls tonight. Now, if you want to take it a step further and you want to do analysis, you want to make an offer, you want to negotiate, you want to get to a contract, awesome. What I want to do though right now is raise your hand if you are in any of Pace's community. Okay, look around right now. If you keep your hands up, please, keep your hands up. If you call one of these leads and you get a hot one, like a really good one, and they are highly motivated, what you want to do is look at somebody in this room that's in the sub-2 community, and that's the person you go to. And you go to them and you say, here's what's happening. I'm on the phone with them, or this is what they told me. Help me with this deal. And what they're going to do is they're going to help you analyze it, run the numbers, create the offer, make the offer, and they're even going to help you dispo that deal if you want to wholesale that deal. Because who is every single sub-2 member connected to? Every other sub-2 member, and there's like 20,000 of them across the nation. There isn't a market in the US where there isn't a sub-2 member that knows or is a buyer for your deal. That's pretty cool. Okay, so again, I want to encourage you guys, don't skip out on this exercise. We're going to have a sheet of paper with leads on it, and we're going to do it per table. We're going to try to get about 15, I think there's 15 leads on a sheet. We've got 800 or something like that here tonight. And these are, again, sellers that have been called in the past 24 to 48 hours. They've expressed an interest in selling, and they're waiting for a call from you. Okay, that's what these leads are. All right, so who's excited about that? All right, let's do this, okay.
Who wants to get on a team? Raise your hand. All right, we got a lot of people in here who want to do some deals. Let's turn the lights on. Let's break up into some teams. Let's freaking go. Jerry Norton, the stage is yours. Everybody else get off the stage, including you, Eric.
Okay, so on the phone right now, I just walked her through. She's got a seller. She went through the script. Seller says, okay, I'm motivated. What's your cash offer? So she didn't know what to do. So said, I'll call you right back. Hung up the phone. We looked it up. We went through the numbers. I showed her how to go in and low anchor in the high 100s. We want to land at like 210, and it's worth like 300, and it's pretty clean property. So she's going to try to get it as high as 210, and I mean, this will be a quick $50,000 like resale. She got a license, so she just relisted, and it's right here in Miami. So it's like right here, so it's pretty cool. Okay, so we've been going, everybody, you can see people are still in groups, and how long have we been going? Maybe 45 minutes, half an hour? And I've been going around the tables, and every single table has at least one seller that is a high quality conversation. We put a deal together back there. They're putting together, I think here, a sub-2 deal. And so anyway, it's been just fantastic. I love the energy here. Everybody's working hard. We have people coming up saying, can I get another lead sheet? Can I keep doing this? So guys, if you haven't yet checked these leads out, go to getwarmleadsnow.com and you can sign up for this service and come to these meetups. They're a lot of fun, a lot of deals going down, and this is what it's all about. See ya.
Hey, music off. Hey, everybody in the back. Hey! Okay, everybody, on the count of three, we're going to say, hey, knuckleheads, okay? 1, 2, 3. Hey!